Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we are going to be looking closely at Psalm 123.
Okay.
And we're going to be using the New Living Translation of the Bible.
Sounds good.
Now, this psalm is short, but it is described as a song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem.
Interesting.
So what we really want to do today is try to get at the core of what this ancient text is trying to tell us. What's the emotional tone?
Yeah.
What kind of message can we pull out of it for us today?
I like it.
So to jump right in,
Okay.
verse 1 starts with, I lift my eyes to you, O God, enthroned in heaven.
That's powerful imagery right from the start.
It is.
It makes you think about those pilgrims
Yeah.
actually physically looking up
Yeah.
towards this divine being, this authority figure.
Right, and this idea of heaven, this other realm.
Right, like they're looking beyond their present circumstances.
Exactly, and that physical action of looking up,
Uh-huh.
it almost always implies that you're looking for something.
Just
Like you're looking for guidance or help.
exactly. You look up when what you need isn't right in front of you.
Right, exactly. And that idea is even more clear in verse 2.
Okay.
We keep looking to the Lord our God for his mercy. Just as servants keep their eyes on their master, as a slave girl watches her mistress for the slightest signal.
Wow, that's a really striking comparison.
It is, isn't it?
Really emphasizes how focused they were on God.
Yeah, and not just on God, but on his mercy.
Right, like that's the specific thing they're hoping for.
Exactly. And, when you think about the metaphor they use, it's really interesting.
Servant's a slave girl.
Yeah, they were completely dependent on their master or mistress.
Totally. And they had to be constantly watching,
All the time.
anticipating their needs, trying to interpret every little gesture or expression.
Yeah, it's not just about obedience. It's about survival.
It is.
Their well-being depended on picking up on those signals.
Yeah.
And, it really highlights this huge power dynamic, too.
Absolutely. It's not a relationship between equals.
No, it's about vulnerability.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of someone else.
And, that vulnerability leads right into the plea in verse 3.
Okay.
Have mercy on us. Lord, have mercy, for we have had our fill of contempt.
That's a powerful statement.
It is.
And the repetition, have mercy,
Yeah.
it really drives home how desperate they are.
It does. It's like they're at their breaking point.
Yeah, they're saying, we can't take any more of this.
Right.
We've had enough.
And the next verse tells us what they've had enough of.
Right, verse 4. We have had more than our fill of the scoffing of the proud and the contempt of the arrogant.
So this contempt they're talking about, it's coming from specific people.
It is the proud, the arrogant.
Those words really convey a sense of looking down on others.
Yeah, like they feel superior to the pilgrims. And those words, scoffing and arrogant, they really pack a punch.
They do.
You can almost imagine these proud people mocking the pilgrims.
Belittling them, making them feel small.
Exactly. And the pilgrims are already on this difficult journey. Right, they're ascending to Jerusalem.
They're probably facing hardships along the way.
And then to have to deal with this contempt on top of it.
Yeah, it's like adding insult to injury.
And that phrase, our fill, comes up again.
It does, doesn't it?
We have had more than our fill.
Yeah, emphasizing that this isn't just a one-time thing.
Right, it's constant. It's wearing them down.
So looking at these verses together, what do you think is the main takeaway?
Well, I think it's this powerful image of looking to a higher power for mercy and relief.
Yeah.
When you're being bombarded with negativity.
And they use those metaphors of the servant and the slave girl.
Right, to show how completely they're relying on God.
And, even though the psalm is so short,
It is.
it really captures a universal human experience.
It does.
That feeling of being overwhelmed by negativity
Yeah.
and desperately seeking some kind of hope or relief.
But if you're looking for a sign that things will get better.
Exactly. And it speaks to that vulnerability we all share.
Yeah. The need for compassion.
Especially when we're facing difficult times.
Absolutely.
So as you go about your day-to-day,
Okay.
think about times in your own life when you've felt that weight of negativity, when you've looked to something or someone for hope.
Yeah.
How does this psalm, this ancient cry for mercy,
Yeah.
resonate with your own experiences?
Oh, that's something to think about.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive,
Of course.
and we'll see you next time.
See you then.